Okay, guys, I'm sorry about that. It took me a while, but this is the first episode song of this series. What if Naruto was no, not a Naruto. This is The Way of Magic episode 1. This is my own world, my own series, my own everything. So I repeat, this is just my imagination running wild. So do not expect much, because this is my first ever series like this. You also have to remember that as a factor. So let's start with the protagonist. Kiru. I'm just gonna name after my real name just to make it easier. This way, it's another fact you guys know about the real me. Austin Masamune was born. The day he was born, both his parents, a couple years after, he was given to an orphanage the day he was born. Both of his parents died that day. No one ever knew who did it or why, but his parents were both murdered that day. Austin Masamune, a man who was able to inherit both of his family's bloodlines, abilities. The magic eyes, which allowed someone to copy any spell that they ever seen. And infinite and perfection, which was on his mother. Perfection, an ability that came from his mother's side. It gave him the ability to perfect anything. To put it simply, if he sees someone use a bloodline that he was interested in, his unique bloodline would give him that bloodline. Not in a weaker state, that exact same bloodline. And it will perfect it. Give him the perfect variant of the bloodline. Would give him the bloodline. And it makes him learn unnaturally quickly, so he will be able to perfect. Austin Masamune, when he figured out about this unique ability in him, he studied many abilities that caught his interest. He found one main one, the magic eyes, an ability that would allow someone to copy anything they see. This would add on only to his perfect. This would only add on to perfection, making him a truly unstoppable force of knowledge. So he studied what family had it and he copied it. His body gave him the eyes. That was the day when he was able to add mana to his eyes and his pupils became and his and his eyes became 2 spell circles. 2 blue spell circles appeared in his eyes that day. The sign of his bloodline at work. Or that bloodline at work, mainly. Don't wish. Don't hope. This is the bloodline of the Masamune family. Perfection. Saving up to 10,000 next. In case you guys are wondering why, I already have the board I need. It's sad how quickly I'm able to actually, now that I knew what I had to start off with by doing. In case you guys are wondering, I'm doing what I have to save as much space as I can do, possibly. So, he wanted to enter Magic Academy, Mana High, a high school for upcoming wizards and mages. A school in his opinion that would suit him the most. So Austin Masamune, quickly, he also was the last of a lost profession, the magic swordsman. He found a sensei when he was around 10, This is after he awoke in both perfection and the magic and copied the magic eyes into his own genetics. Now let me show. We're gonna skip until he's 15, right before he heads off to the Magic Academy. Now, I'm going to show you his sensei gave him a sword, and I'm showing you, and I'm going to go ahead and show you what that sword was. Just give me a second to. Here you go. This was the sword his sensei gave him. He said it was a legendary weapon from his family. Its name? Masamune. He called it Masamune. He said it was a legendary sword that he wished no one would ever face the wrath of. Masamune had the ability of the more people killed with the sword got more durable, stronger, and it will regenerate with blood as well. Therefore, it got the nickname of the Soul-Stealing Blade. A sword that would steal the souls of any being it's killed. It was also a sentient weapon, so it would choose its wielder. It chose Austin that day. So he put the sword on his back and walked off. Once Austin, why do I keep calling him Naruto? I'm stupid. Once Austin got to the academy, he met a girl around his age. She had emerald green eyes, red waist length flowing hair, G cup breasts, a plump ass. Her name was supposedly Key. Her name was Crystal. Crystal Murama. The Murama family did not have a bloodline, but they did use special techniques. They did use a unique magic type that almost no one else used nowadays, called the Arukana magic, called theory magic. The ability to understand anything with just a glance and recreate it. Theory magic. It's a unique thing. Theory magic allows someone to reconstruct anything. And in case you're wondering what that means, it's pretty much dark matter. Antimatter. Buffer magic. Anti-magic. It's not a bloodline. It's something anybody can learn, but not many people care to learn. So, yeah. Naruto passed Austin passed. Sorry, guys, I'm not used to talking in third person. Austin passed the exams. With flying colors. Same with Crystal. Him and Crystal quickly became friends over time. Now, this school is not normal. It took and gave missions to students after putting them in pairs, mainly duos, a boy and a girl. The reason why they do that is for a mix of both understanding and balance between the two genders. They want to know how people handle certain aspects and stuff, so they do that. Austin and Crystal got put together. They were both happy because they were each other's only current friends. Together. They were also, just to add up, If you want to go see some of my past works, go check Kami no Fanfiction. Go check out Fanfiction no Kami. Yeah, Fanfiction no Kami. It's a part of my past works, you could say. So yeah, if you want to listen to some of my past work, in case you're wondering, yes, Naruto What If will be in, but it's mostly gonna be custom stories. Stories that involve new worlds, shit like that. Sometimes I might reincarnate Naruto into one of these new worlds. Like, I might reincarnate Naruto as Austin, or something, or Austin has a brother. Something akin to that. That's just me giving you a heads up, because these worlds are going to be involved in a lot of extra shit. And a giant multiverse over time I plan on forging. Because, in case you're wondering, Austin is going to be a protagonist throughout all of my worlds. It's going to be like a multiverse of different Austins. He will always be the protagonist. Shit like that. Almost like the Naruto-verse. But this time it's the Austin-verse. But let's get right back into it. We're gonna skip around we're gonna do a time skip around a month. Over this time, Naruto and Crystal have gone really close. And I do mean really fucking close. So we have to make this last another 7 fucking minutes, okay? And in case you're wondering, yes, for all my custom stories, I'm keeping it down to 20 minutes. To 20-minute long episodes. I'm doing this for a particular reason, though. So let's get right back into it. This past month, they've grown really close. A couple of people even swear they've seen them kiss once or twice. But no one could guarantee that actually happened. Other than people assuming stuff like that. Almost done. Come on. As we enter Naruto and Crystal's dorm, we see them making out. They've been dating for around a week. This past month has really shown that love can come in all shapes and sizes. They've been on a single mission together, but he saved her life, and She fell in love with him. It's that simple. He made sure it wasn't just a hero complex and that she was already falling for him before this shit even went down. He promised he would not take her virginity until she can guarantee to him that she wanted it taken. Time's left. Dependent. Okay, yeah, I'm making a lemon. Might as well. She quickly stopped kissing him and told him, I need you now. I'm done playing this little game of I don't want to become a woman right now. I need this. So you're going to take it from me. You're going to take my maidenhood right now. He said he just shook his head. He just nodded yes as he threw her onto the bed and ripped off her shirt and pants as she did the same for him. Yes, they literally ripped off their clothes. They are glad they have multiple uniforms. As she took off her bra and panties and he took off his underwear. As before they even got, he quickly kissed her and grabbed both of her breasts and started massaging them. He grabbed one of her breasts and started sucking on the other. As she moaned in pleasure and screamed out, "Oh yeah, and Austin Kun. Oh yeah, harder, Austin, harder." She kept moaning out in pleasure. As they both stopped for a second as he lay down on his back and she just started riding him like a cowgirl, moaning him all over bliss and pleasure, screaming out his name in pleasure. As if the world itself didn't exist to them, she stopped for a second, got, got turned around and sat in front of him, turned around, sat on his face so he could start licking her and eating her up, as she started sucking his cock and as he started eating her. They kept doing this for a couple hours. After they were fucking, they finally finished fucking, so they both finally finished. She was just laying on his chest, breathing heavily after that. Happily. She's happy after all. She just lost it. The main thing that she was afraid of, that she would never lose her virginity. So she was grinning happily. After all, she just lost the virginity to the man that she truly loved. What? It needs to be a bit over 20, I guess. So yes, they just finished having sex, and now they're just cuddling, happily and happily loving. As he said, "You know I love you, right?" She said, "I love you. I love you, Crystal. I love you too, Naruto." God, I need to stop calling you Naruto. I love you too, Austin. There we go. I'm not used to talking in third person, if you cannot tell. But hopefully this will become normal to me. After all, I've been starting to do in real IRL, just doing more of what if games. In case you're wondering what I mean, I play in real life, just talk out role plays and shit like that. So yeah. And lately, instead of playing a normal game, I've been role playing. Instead of just normal role playing, I've been more or less doing it a similar way to what ifs. So yeah. So yes. By the way, in case you're wondering, he was able to pull out before he actually cooned it. And yes, he did thrust, and they also did play the game of thrust too. They did thrust into each other for a good hour or two. Enjoyed each other. They knew they loved each other purely. And they both knew they would never cheat on one another. After all, love was love no matter what. In case you're wondering why I ain't diving into more romantic, the relationship will not just be physical. I just needed to make it clear that that happened. So yeah, that's the end of episode 1 of what? No, okay, episode 1 of Way of Magic. That's the end of That's the end of episode 1, Way of Magic. Beginning of a great journey.